Hey everybody, we're gonna walk through the boat real quick. We're gonna go over electronics today. A lot of mixed feelings about electronics on boats. Some people understand it, some don't. If you invest money in this stuff, it's really important to learn how to use it. Otherwise, you're just wasting your money. But I fish out of a 188 low stinger. Kind of show you around here real quick. Cockpit all the way up front. At the steering wheel, have two 10-inch helix. These are Gen 2s. Reason why I run two of these, I don't have to keep switching screens, and I don't have to split screens to lose resolution. One of them is always on side imaging, the other one's always on mapping. You can set all your waypoints. Once you have that all mapped out, you don't have to drive around so much. Then up front we have 122 Ultra live scope on Garmin. Then I have a 7-inch helix on the bottom for just my mapping. And of course, trolling motor. It's the Ultrex. We're gonna go over electronics and kind of show you around what we're dealing with, and catch some fish for you. See if I can explain these electronics a little bit to you. Like I said, you're gonna invest money in this stuff, and it's not cheap. If you don't learn how to use it, you're pretty much wasting your money. So it took a really long time for me to figure out live scope. I actually started fishing with Matt from 3 Pound Fishing, and once I fished with him, that made a world of difference. So if you guys are struggling to figure out this stuff, you can't quite figure out the setup you want, get with somebody that actually uses it and is proficient with it and knows what they're doing with it. It'll make a whole lot more sense. These guys are out there. I'm sure they're not hard to find. Like I said, Matt from 3 Pound Fishing did an awesome job. He does do charters, guide trips, and he's a good place to start. He's in Southern Illinois. Awesome lake that he lives on. All the fishermen are coming out this morning. It's an awesome morning. So we'll catch some fish and get back to you. We're gonna look at side imaging here real quick and explain what this is. This is your water column. Like, it's looking down in a cone, and it shoots off to the sides of the boat. And why this is so important, you can see that pile right there. Then we're coming up on another stump right there. These are all places fish are going to be sitting and hiding on, and this goes together with your mapping. So you mark all these spots, then on your mapping you have all these nice marks on your map. You don't have to find them again. This is why I like running 2 screens. I don't have to keep switching back and forth between mapping and side imaging and down imaging. I can run just these 2 screens and never have to switch, and I don't have to split a screen and lose the resolution on your picture, stuff like that. It's helpful. It's expensive, I know. A lot of this stuff came over from my old boat, so I didn't have to buy it again. That's why I wouldn't have it if I didn't already have it before. Because it's not cheap, I'm not gonna lie. But to have it on your boat and then not understand what you're looking at and how to use it to make it useful is even worse. Don't buy this stuff if you're not going to put the time in to learn what it's there for. Basically, stop going out and going fishing. Don't worry so much about casting all the time. Find what you want to find. Explore your lakes. Mark all this stuff, and then you don't have to find it again. It saves you so much time, so much energy. Gas prices are not cheap, and it's drive these boats around and hook up your truck. It's an investment every time you want to go out and go fishing. So get with somebody that knows how to do this stuff. If you don't understand it, you spent the money, you invested in it, learn what you got, and by all means don't go broke trying to keep up with somebody else, because everybody's lifestyle is different. But we're gonna hop up front, get on the live scope, kind of show you these stumps and see what that looks like on there. Stick around. All right, we got the live scope running. I'm gonna show you what one of these stumps look like right here. It's live scope's not super great for looking right at the bottom. Like, you'll kind of lose image down here, which this is the bottom of the water. We're sitting in 8.1 feet of water, so it's, you can kind of see the fish coming off of it right there. Live scope's really good for seeing your target, unlike driving past it and then 50 feet later it comes across your screen. This is as it happens. It's like watching, it's like sticking a camera in the water and looking out in front of the boat. I usually keep my screen set on 45 feet, so I'm looking out at 45 feet. I seem to get the best picture out of it. It's really helpful. You can see fish coming up on the side right there. He's swimming around down there. Pretty cool technology. By all means, you don't catch every fish you see, so don't get disappointed finding fish and they're not, sometimes they're just not active. So, you know, it's kind of one of those give and take things. It's great to have. Do you have to have it? Absolutely not. There's lots of guys that don't have it, don't believe in it, don't like it. There's a lot of tournaments. I've seen a couple. One of them's a Muskie Trail. They've banned forward-facing sonar like live scope, which it is what it is. You believe what you believe, but is it an advantage? Sure. I can see my bait. I can see where the fish are at exactly. It doesn't mean they're gonna bite. It doesn't mean I have every fish in the lake is gonna end up in my boat. By all means, that's not true at all. And this is something that took a really long time for me to learn, until I went and fished with Matt from 3 Pound Fishing. I finally booked the guide trip because I got tired of all this stuff sitting on my boat, and I didn't know how to use it. I didn't understand it. Thousands of dollars worth of stuff sitting on my boat, and it never got turned on, because all I would do was go down the wade line and fish it the same way I always did. And you got to get away from that. Stop fishing. Figure out your electronics. And if you can't do that, I mean, there's tons of YouTube channels out there, but until you sit down right next to somebody, it's completely different, that knows how to use it. When I first started, I had a pole on the boat. I did it all the way the YouTubers were doing it, and I hated it. It just wasn't working. I didn't understand it. When I first sat down with Matt on the boat, I didn't even go to catch fish. I didn't care. I wanted to see what he was doing. And I remember him asking me specifically one day was, what made you decide to come down? I was like, well, there's two things. I see a guy sitting out in the middle of the lake when it's snowing in the middle of winter out by a power plant and just raking in fish. It's either this guy's nuts or he knows something that I need to know. So he knew something. I found out real quick that the way I had things set up was not the way I needed to have it. I came home, took the pole off, redid the transducer, and I learned how to drive my boat. So with that being said, everybody's different. Everybody's got a different game plan. Everybody's situation's different. You need to figure out what it is. I suggest if you're running LiveScope, put it on your trolling motor first. Learn how to drive your boat. Learn how to control it. And try that first. There's no extra money involved. Not everybody needs a pole. If you think you're gonna spot lock your boat and this thing's never gonna move and you can have it on a pole, you're wrong. It's gonna move. Boat traffic's gonna move your boat. You moving around the boat's gonna make it move. Wind, water current, it's all gonna make your boat move. You won't always sit still. Like today is really, really calm, and I can sit here and watch my trolling motor move back and forth, and I'm not even moving in the boat. So what little gust of wind we have it's enough to move my boat around. So I'd have to keep adjusting that pole to be able to see out in front of where I need to be. And that was a big one with me when I went with Matt, because I started watching him work the trolling motor pedal and control his boat. I knew instantly what I had to do. But we're gonna grab the poles, bust some fish in the boat, and see if we can't get some of this stuff on LiveScope for you. I struggle with it because this camera sits like right in the center of my screen, so it's hard for me to see. I get frustrated with it, but I'm learning. So stick around, we're gonna grab some poles and see if we can't get some fish.